Almost 2 years of these demos now. I want to say a huge shout out and thank you to all of you for being here, all of the volunteers and organizations that have made this possible. Before we begin, I want to make an acknowledgement of the land that we are standing on. As we resist genocide abroad in Palestine, we must also recognize the genocide that took place here in this land to establish this colonial state. And so it is with gratitude, mutual respect, and reciprocity that I acknowledge the ancestral home, culture, and oral teachings of the Treaty 7 signatories. Calgary, Mohkinstsis is also home to the historic Northwest Métis. Let's all pay our respects for the land that we're on and the owners of this original land, the Indigenous people who were purged from here, who stand in solidarity with us as we also resist the purging and ethnic cleansing of the Indigenous people of Palestine. Like Shadi said, we're going to have a little bit of change in the itinerary today. Those of you who don't know, the Alberta teachers are going on strike, and I want to say that they have our full support as a Palestinian solidarity movement, in the knowledge that we are all struggling against the same systems and structures of oppression together.
My name is Shantae, and yes, I was actually born here on these stolen lands, and I now reside in Cowichan territory on what is now called Vancouver Island. We too have been gathering for over 100 weeks in a row. It's really wonderful to create some solidarity across this nation. I want to start off by reading a quote by one of our most beloved martyrs, Ghassan Kanafani. He said, "The Palestinian cause is not a cause for Palestinians only, but a cause for every revolutionary, wherever he is, as a cause of the exploited and oppressed masses in our era." He also says, "Imperialism has laid its body over the world. Wherever you strike it, you damage it, and you serve the world revolution," which reflects his critical view of colonialism and imperialism. We are facing imperialism, capitalism, and colonialism from Turtle Island all the way to Palestine. And that is why it is so important for us to be in solidarity. Many levels occur in this country of complicity in genocide, which happened here first. We know that this is where it started. This is a settler colonial state. It's no surprise to see who are the nations that are supporting the so-called state of Israel right now. Australia, Canada, the US, the UK, France, all of these settler colonial projects and states. I want to talk not just about bombs parts that are going in airplanes across the world and via loopholes through the US, not just about bullets that we are complicit not only in manufacturing but sending abroad to kill our children, but to talk about the many, many levels underneath that we really need to pay attention to, because that's where we, as consumers, as taxpayers, have the power to make a difference. Charities like the Hessig Foundation, directly supported through Indigo Books and their profits. Heather Reisman, owner of Indigo Books. So that's another layer of complicity. Then we have the layer of complicity of our education system, which does not teach the true history of this place. It's a disgusting shame. So another layer of complicity is our education system. You look up the history of the RCMP. Why were they created? They were created to subjugate the Indigenous population right here. They were created to round up children, sounds a little familiar, round up children from their families, kidnap them, send them to residential schools, make their culture illegal, steal their culture, wear their emblems and their colors. And now the law enforcement continues to exist under that same system. Our RCMP trains with the IOF. They train with them. Shame. Every aspect of my life is built on the backs of murdered Indigenous children, men and women. Every aspect of my life. This is practice. This is practice for the revolution. You know, us walking in the street together, this is us building our community. This is us getting to know each other, understanding how we listen to those words of Ghassan Kanafani and understand how we have to keep poking holes into the imperialist core. We have to keep making cracks, stop spending money in certain places, make sure that we are engaging with each other and with politicians